Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Stretch. Thanks for joining. I'm Jen. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with our footwork series just for fun. Okay, if you need to, take off your socks now if you're worried about them peeling off the ground. Okay, take your stick, center it right in front of your belly button. Grasp the stick with two hands, parallel to the ground, right under the armpits. Provide a little bit of tension through your lats. Inhale and begin peeling one foot off the ground, slowly bringing it all the way up into the foot pads and back down. We have not done this in a while. I know, me too. So we'll get back to it. Okay. Huh? Oh, thank you. 6 to 8 times on one foot, all the way up, all the way down, and then switch feet. And we're just working on up and down right now. Nice and slow, finding the top of your foot. Good. And once you finish off that foot, let's go back to the original foot and we're going to work in circles. Okay, start stretching the boundaries of our ankle mobility. Okay, so as we come all the way up onto the balls of our feet, then we're going to go all the way out to our pinky toe, side, heel, instep, and back out. Okay, so we're working, as I mentioned, the outer edges of our ankle mobility. Good, nice and slow, pressing each toe into the mat one at a time. Outer edge, heel, inner edge, and back to the toe. Now go ahead and switch directions. So if you're going clockwise, go counterclockwise now. What's that? Is there? Yeah, crackly. Good. Okay, pressing each toe into the mat. Okay, excellent work. Now go to the other foot. For me, it's the left, and I'm lifting all the way up onto the fatty pads of my toes. And then working in a circular fashion, outer edge heel, inner edge big toe, all the way to the pinky. Nicely done. Okay, 6 to 8 in one direction. Pause and work through the other direction. Good. Inner edge heel, outer edge pinky, all the way over like you're playing the piano through each of your toes, pressing them into the mat. Try and get them flat if you can. All right, nicely done. Okay, shake those feet out. You should start to feel that activation in the tops of your feet, as well as your ankles. Okay, now let's work. All right, let's bring your feet together as much as you can. You can lift your stick and hold it like a tightrope walker. Keeping your feet together, we're gonna press up, lift your heels, and we're gonna walk to the side. Putting those muscles into action. Calves, front of the feet, lifting, pressing. Good. We're gonna go back and forth. The length of my mat is 6 feet. So I'm going 6 feet in one direction and returning. Yes, I am socially distanced with my mat. Good. Hopefully you start to feel some fatigue in your calves in the front of your legs as you work through this. Get your heels off the ground as high as you can. This is where we lose our socks, yes. Okay, center yourself off. Good, getting warmed up down there. Then once you've marched it out, feeling good, feet back together, you can plant the stick back in the ground right in front of your belly button. Feet together, and we're going to walk out in opposition to each other. Okay, start warming up our adductors and abductors. Okay, so toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out. Take that all the way up into your hips, so you're feeling that internal and external rotation in your hips. Get as wide as you can be semi-comfortably. This is our first time out. Pausing here with your breath, inhaling through your chest, exhaling out your mouth, using your stick to engage through your lats. Stay nice and tall. On your next exhale, you're going to activate with your inner thighs. Squeeze and draw your toes in. And heels, toes, all the way back in. Good. Okay, we're going to do that again. Okay. The goal is to get your legs a little bit wider as you're able, but we want to fire up those inner thighs. So toes, heels, toes, heels. Continue. Good. Nice and wide. Again, using the stick, activating your lats, staying tall. Inhale through your nose into your chest. Exhale out your mouth. On your next exhale, activate through the inner thighs, pull the toes in, then heels. Good. Okay, nicely done. All right. Okay. Let's start with a little bit of shoulder and chest openers. Okay, let's take the stick in our left hand, pointing out in front. Take the palm of your right hand to the end of your stick. Softly bend the knees, and we're going to do some shoveling of the snow we never get. Okay, so we're going to scoop, drive it in the arc up over the shoulder, opening the chest. Exhale, up and over. Exhale, up and over. So ideally, when you start in front, your palms facing the ground, and you end over the opposite shoulder in an arc with your palm to the ceiling. Scoop, up and over. Exhale, hinge and scoop, up and over. You want to stay soft in the neck and tops of shoulder. We're opening through the chest. So I'm opening up my right side right now. My right palm is on the front of the stick. I'm ending over my right shoulder. There you go. Good. Okay, return it down to your left side and we'll switch. So grip the stick in your right hand, right by your right pocket. Left hand out in front, palm into the stick, soften those knees. Inhale as you draw back. Exhale over the left shoulder, left palm to the ceiling. Good, hinge and over. Good. Arc over that left shoulder. Yes, we are making our way. Okay, so that was kind of front to back movement. We can go side to side with the same idea. We'll go ahead and do that more, and it's more of a lateral opener. Okay, so stick back in the left hand, right hand on the end of the stick, soften your knees, and then gently press up until your right bicep meets your ear, and then back down. And open up armpit to hip on that right side. So you should feel that lengthening through your rib cage as you push toward the ceiling with your left hand. Good. Feel that shoulder blade move. Nicely done. Okay, now let's switch. So left hand on the end of the stick, right hand grasping the stick, soft bend of the knee. Exhale as you press right, left bicep to left ear, opening up the left side. Feel the opening of the rib cage in the left. Nicely done. Exhale as that hand goes to the ceiling. Inhale as it drops. Okay, nicely done. All right, let's grasp the stick in both hands, soft bend to the knees. Inhale as you draw it out in front. Exhale as you keep it close to your head, dropping your elbows down into a W, squeezing the shoulder blades and pressing back up. So for right now, what we're doing is drawing it close to our backside, squeezing through our middle traps and up. Exhale, squeeze, it skims your back and back up. Good. Okay, with the next exercise, we're going to press away from our back. So inhale as you bring it up overhead. Exhale, keep your torso still, zip your rib cage and press it far away from your back, opening through the chest. Keeping your torso as still as you can. Exhale. So remember, zip the rib cage here. We don't want any back arching as it moves far away behind us and then meets down at your hips. Exhale. Good. All right, now we'll take that one arm at a time. So taking it over to your right pocket, aligning the left bicep to left ear, dropping behind your hips, rolling it back over to the front, and continue. So our goal is to be able to get the stick down in front of the hips, behind the hips. Roll it back to the front. Feel your shoulder blades moving about here, reaching up and over, reaching up and over. Good. Keep your spine in its neutral, working toward a better end range for all of us. Good. Changing directions, arms as straight as you can manage. Nice and slow. This is not a quick movement. Reach, reach. Feel that shoulder blade slide up as you reach up and over. Good. Okay, now once you're back into the front, narrow your grip. Let the stick align down toward the length of your arms. Take your gaze straight ahead. Inhale through the chest. And a nice exhale here, releasing all that tension. Okay. We're going to take our first roll down. So we have a nice loose grip on the stick. Inhale through the chest. And then exhale as your chin begins to get heavy. Keep your belly button tucked in. We're going to control our descent as our hands begin dropping and our spine begins rounding. Keep your transverse active. Keep dripping down to the ground like candle wax, adjusting your center of gravity to the balls of your feet, dripping all the way down toward the ground until your knuckles reach the ground, bending your knees as you need to support that, okay? Take a breath here. Our goal is to be able to control all that work from our abdominal muscles so that our back muscles get a stretch, okay? So to rise up, inhale through the chest. Exhale, begin pressing your spine back up using your abdominal muscles. Allow your arms to hang heavy, shoulders to be heavy, pressing one vertebrae at a time until you're all the way back up. Okay, let's take that one more time with that mindset that I want to be active in my core, my anterior core. I want my back to release. I want to imagine that my spine is stretching out like a slinky. Okay, so the weight of my shoulders and arms are heavy and allowing for that stretch to occur. Okay, inhale through the chest. Exhale, softly bent knees, chin hits the chest, and shoulders begin to roll forward. Belly stays in and dripping and heavy dead weight from your shoulders. Mindful of your center of gravity. toward the balls of your feet, bending your knees just a bit if you need to allow your knuckles to reach the ground. Hopefully, with the second stretch, you're getting to a better end range. We're hanging out here for a bit, enjoying this hamstring stretch. Nice deep inhale through our nose, nice deep exhale out our mouth, activating our belly. And on our next exhale, we'll begin activating even more deeply in our belly and pressing one vertebrae at a time back up into our upright neutral, keeping those shoulders and hands heavy. Nicely done. Good job. Okay, excellent. Let's take the stick behind our hips. I'm sticking. All right, I'm warm. Okay, soft bend in the knees. Let's take a hinge. Okay, I know we already hinged, but let's take a more comfortable hinge. I kind of threw you out to the wolves with that roll down hinge. But let's enjoy this first lovely hinge. So bent over, neutral spine, palms on the stick, drawing your shoulders back. So feel gently active in the back of your shoulders in your lats. Exhale, pressing through your heels to come back up to your neutral position. Yes, James, that is next. All right, James is a mind reader today. All right, hinge, relax. Imagine that you're getting even deeper into your hinge as you melt your way, not necessarily by rounding your spine, but feeling more and more length coming out of your hamstrings as your rib cage melts to your inner thighs. Good. And on your exhale, pressing your heels through the ground to rise up. Beautiful work. Now adjust your grip on your stick so your palms are facing the ceiling. Okay. Perfecto. Okay, now we're going to hinge, okay? And we're going to hinge into parallel spine, parallel to the ground. And we're going to take our arms and contract through our shoulders and shoulder blades to draw them back and gently activate through our triceps to pull our palms toward the ceiling, okay? So there's two ways to approach this. First, we're going to work on activating with our back, drawing our shoulders back, all right? Our chest is going toward the ground. So I'm looking for folding the wings back like on an airplane, okay? The second is stretching through our shoulders. And so we're pressing our arms as far behind as we can. But we're doing the first, okay? We're looking at how much can I draw my shoulders back, squeezing between my shoulder blades and my rear deltoids. Got it? Okay, soft bend in the knees. Hinge into ground parallel. Okay, so your hands should be at your hips. Okay, inhale. And on your exhale, draw your shoulder blades together, pull your shoulders back, and hands are just activating, our triceps are activating and lifting just a little bit toward the ceiling. They aren't swooping over the back. The main emphasis here is drawing our shoulders, our wings back as much as we can. Okay, release your shoulders and shoulder blades, hands result back at your hips, press back up to standing, okay? Remember, our hands shouldn't be going high. We're gently activating with our triceps, pulling our arms just a little bit, but you're focusing on mid-back, shoulders, okay? Drawing them back as far as you can. All right, ready? Soft bend in the knees, hinge, shoulders parallel to hips, hands at your hips. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, peel your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then gently activate through your triceps. My hands are still extended back, fingers activated, reaching for that back wall, but squeezing and just lifting beyond parallel. Good, and then relax through the shoulders, allow them to open back up, press through the heels and rise. Okay, so when you're done with that, you should feel tired in your mid back. Okay, that's our focal point, maybe a little bit in your triceps. Now for the next one, we're gonna hinge into parallel, and we're gonna try and stretch to the front of our chest and our shoulders. So we are gonna press our arms up and over our back as far back as we can, even if our hands parallel above our armpits as we're able, okay? All right, so soft bend in the knees. It's our same setup. We'll hinge forward and your hands are at your hips to begin. As you exhale, pressing the stick up and over your back, then your head can hang and gaze between your shoulders and let the stick continue to fall back toward the back of your head, working through a big end range. You should feel this in the front of your shoulders. Good. Return the stick back down towards your hips. Press through your heels. Rise. Allow the blood to center back down out of your brain. Give yourself a moment to collect yourself, and we'll do that one more time. Does everyone feel the difference between the two? The objectives? Okay, good. All right. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Hinging forward. Find your parallel. Inhale. Exhale. Begin pressing the step up and over your back. Drop your gaze and your head. Allow it to hang between your legs. Let your arms begin to fall. Releasing through the front of your chest. Make everything soften. Good. After a couple nice rounds of breath, return the stick back to your hips. Press through your heels and rise. Okay, nicely done. All right, walk your feet out. Walk those legs. Shake them out if you need to. So last week we did a lot of rotational work, and we're going to do rotational work today. We're going to do some warm-ups, but then we're going to take a little different spin on things that we've learned doing it slightly differently. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and bring the stick behind our hips. Soften your knees and just twist. Using the palm that's in front to gently press you into a nice end range, slowing down as you twist, allowing your pelvis to rotate. And even though you're feeling this maybe in your chest and shoulders, think soften in my low back, soften in my low back. Good. Good. Okay. Now we're going to position the stick out in front. Okay, grip as high as you can. Yep. Tall boys grab tall sticks. Soft bend in the knees. You can use either right or left hand here. I just happen to have my left hand on top of the stick right in front of my belly button. I'm going to reach forward with my palms, so my thumb is pointed down. I'm going to hinge and melt. Trying to get my armpits into my stick. This is my first really active rotation. I like this one a lot because it's pretty gentle to get us warmed up. This will allow you ideally to find your low back and that tightness, drawing the belly button up, feeling ideally as you contract through your belly, feel your low back release. Okay. Soft bend in the knees, body weight back to your heels and press back up. Switch hands. Extend opposite hand, palm in, thumb down, hinge. and melt forward. Get those armpits into your stick. Lift your belly button, activate your low belly, release your low back. Yes, the stick should be straight as you are able. And ideally, your bottom hand is to the ground, right? So when we get that bottom hand to the ground, ideally then we're in a hinge where our torso is parallel to the ground. So I know it's too much to think about. Good. Okay, do you guys want one more on each side? Sure. Okay. So left hand on top of the stick, softly bent knees, extending that arm. Okay. Sliding the hand. Okay. The goal being the bottom hands to the ground. There you go. Good. So we get deeper into the hamstrings. Nicely done. Chest melted. Good. Soft bend in the knees. Transition your body weight to your heels, pressing up. Switching hands. Grip on top of the stick. Softly bent knees, sticks right in front of the belly button, straight up and down. Extending the left hand, thumb down, palm in, and melt down to the ground. Nice wingspan. Take your gaze straight to the wall. So right now my right hand is on top. Okay. So I'm thinking release in my low back, particularly on the right side. Okay, softly bend your knees, weight in your heels, and press up. Good. Okay. Yes, you do. All right, softly bend those knees. Okay, I have the stick now at my left big toe. Okay, and I'm going to hang on to the stick with my left hand. And I'm going to do the same action. I'm going to hinge at the waist, sending my fanny back, reach across my belly button with the right hand, palm in, thumb down, and then melt into my stick. Belly button in, transverse is wrapping, low back is releasing. Good. Softly bend the knees. Press up from the heels and rise. How's our low backs? Warming up? Good. Okay. Switch stick to the right side. So by the right big toe, grip at the top with the right hand. Left hand crossing in from the belly button, palm in, thumb down, and slide. Good. Getting that left hand all the way to the ground. Right hand extended as high as it can go. Weight even on both feet. Soft bend of the knees, inhaling and exhaling here. Good. And then pressing up from your heels to rise. Okay, good. So our back should be a little bit warmed up. Okay, what's that? A little. Okay, now the next work, we're going to do monkey hang from a split stance. Okay, so if you need to do monkey hang from a kneeling position, a half kneel, you can do that. But with our monkey hang and a split stance, I want your split stance to be nice and broad. Okay, so we have our stick. Okay, it's parallel to it's in my right hand, right inside my right armpit. Okay, grip is at top and it's parallel to my left foot out in front. Okay, now I'm going to lean forward and allow the stick to come forward. And as you do so, I want you to activate through that right lat. And if you need to lower your grip just a little bit, I do to stay into my lat. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now my torso should be running in a parallel line with my lower leg. Okay, now I want you to take that left arm and extend it out from the armpit. Press the stick just a little bit more actively through the ground. And then we're going to rotate and twist, and you're turning your right palm in and rotating, and we're trying to twist all the way back. Good. And then twisting and returning back to center. Okay. Come out of that, give that glute a rest, right? So my left foot is forward. I was doing a lot of work with that left glute to stabilize. All right. And then we'll get back into that position again. Same. Yes. Same side. Okay. All right. So nice and broad. Stick is right inside our armpit, right? Parallel to our lead leg. Now it's going to extend out at an angle, and we're going to change our body, right? So our torso is running the same angle as our legs. Okay, we're going to fire into the stick. So I want you to get that lat engaged. Okay, and then extend that left arm. Now, my left hand is going to travel here. I'm going to rotate and turn that palm in, and I'm going to pull my left hand as I twist and pull my left shoulder back. Now, the other thing here that I want you to think about is, what is your pelvis doing? We don't want to talk about it. We want our pelvis to remain neutral. So that left knee should be continuing to point forward. Good. Okay, now take that right hand, begin twisting the palm away, traveling back in front of that right shoulder. Left hand comes. Okay, press that left heel through and bring your feet together. Okay, nicely done. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so right leg is forward, nice and broad. Back leg heel is off the ground, right? So you're getting a lot of stabilizing energy off of that back leg. Nice and straight. Stick is now in my left hand, parallel to my right foot, right in front of my left armpit. And I'm going to extend and grab it. Okay, then I'm going to lean forward. Most of my body weight is going into this front leg now, and I'm trying to run it. So from my back leg to the top of my head is a parallel line. Okay, get some tension in that lat. Extend that right arm. Start rolling that left hand palm in as right arm reaches back, twisting. Left kneecap stays straight, focusing on pelvic stability. Good. And then slowly rotating back, turning your palm, finding right in front of your left armpit, pressing through that right heel to bring your feet together. Okay, march it out. We'll do one more on that side. Those were your stink eyes. I recognize them. All right, nice broad stance. Okay, right leg forward. Make sure that knee is tracking with that big toe. Okay, stick is parallel to that lead foot. Stick is parallel to my armpit. Okay, if I'm upright, I want to get into a straight line. I want tension in my lats. Take that free hand and extend it out from my armpit. Begin twisting that palm in as that free hand begins twisting, pulling that shoulder back. Good. Pay attention to that front knee. Make sure it's still tracking forward. Good. And then twist and return to center. Press through that front heel, bring your feet together. Okay. So this is like an upper level order of work, right? Because we aren't using the stick to keep our shoulders in parallel. We're trying to use our own musculature, right? In order for that to happen. So that's your kind of evaluation point, right? I'm giving you all these cues to think about with your knee, your shoulder, your hands. Am I framing myself in the right way in this stretch? Did everyone get good glute work out of that? Yes, yes. Okay. All right. So here's one other modification of something that we know that we've been working on. Okay. So we're back to a neutral parallel stance. Okay. And we're going to take that stick next to our left big toe. Okay. Softly bend the knees. And we're going to take our left hand to the top of the stick. Okay, our right hand at this point is not going to grasp the stick yet. Okay, so, all right, we're going to hinge and drop, opening up that left chest. Okay, now opposite knee is going to bend. Opening up that chest, opening up that chest. Now take that right hand, grabbing the stick, and press across. Okay, so turn your grip thumb up, Christy, and push from your lat. So straighten your arm. Good, releasing the stick, pressing out of that right knee and coming back up to neutral. Okay, good. This is really a good chest opener in the beginning. And then we get active with that opposite lat, pushing across, okay? No, thumb up. Okay, all right, we'll try that one more time, okay? Soft bend in the knees, hand on the top of the stick, same toe as hand, okay? Hinge, open that chest, hang your body weight. Feel that chest opener first, okay? Allow that to happen. Then opposite knee is gonna bend. Weight in your fanny, hang. Good. Now take that right hand, grasp the stick, thumb up, and then activate through your lat and press like a bow. Top hand is pulling, bottom hand is pushing. Feel how strong that outside leg is to stabilize this, yeah? Good, release the tension on the stick with that bottom hand. Slowly press up with the right leg and rise. Okay, shift the stick to your right foot, right hand on top. All right, soft bend in the knees. All right, we're gonna hinge and open up that right chest, melting down, hanging the body weight. Open the chest first. Open, open, yeah, stir the pot with that bottom hand, I like it. All right, weight is evenly distributed. Right hand up, now start bending that left knee, shifting more tension into the chest. Then left hand comes across, begins pressing away, stabilizing through that left glute. Right hand pulls, left hand pushes. Slowly release your stick. Return to neutral, even body weight. Press through the heels and rise. Okay, one more time, guys. Good work. That was I'm not sure what I think about that. Thank you. All right, hand on top of the stick. Stick is nudged right there in my big toe, little pocket there, so it's not gonna slip out. And that's pretty key here because we're pushing and pulling on it. So it needs to have good force into the ground, right? All right, so we're hinging and melting melting through the chest on the right side. Allow that arm to dangle, strong grip. Then right knee bends, knee doesn't go forward, but goes out. Feel that that deeper stretch through the chest as you lean. The more you can lean over, the more that chest opens up. Then take that left hand, cross the belly button or cross the knees. Extend, pressing with that left hand and lat. Pulling with that right hand. Stabilizing with that left heel, glute, hamstring. Strong in your belly. Exhale. Good. Then slowly release that left hand. Slowly return your body weight to both legs. Hinge and rise. Okay, nicely done, guys. Ah, okay, let's reach for our yoga straps. What's that? Yoga strap? Oh, I thought you said now everything hurts. All right. There we go. Thank you. Kathy, check. All right. All right, relaxing onto the mat, allowing I have the strap wrapped around my right leg, so I want my leg to be pretty inactive and dead. Okay. On my exhale, as I engage my low belly, then I'm going to contract through my biceps and pull my leg just up into a position where I'm not really getting a stretch yet, because I want to reset and make it dead again and make sure I have a good grip on my yoga straps with elbows into my lats. Soft neck, soft shoulders. Exhale and contract, soften your heel. On your exhales, as you're visualizing your transverse, your deepest abdominal layer, contracting and sinking towards your spine. Allow your hamstring to soften even more as you contract and pull on those straps, just a centimeter at a time. Nicely done. I appreciate all the time you gave that right hamstring. Now lower the leg just a little bit, maybe 18 to 24 inches. Transition the strap into your left hand, rotate internally so that your right big toe is pointing towards your left shoulder. Place your right palm down by the ground. Allow that leg to go dead, heel to go soft, glute to go soft as you begin pulling slowly. Right big toe toward left shoulder, kind of on a diagonal, trying to access the outside of the leg and the glute. Try to clear your mind. Good, then slowly bend the knee, draw it into the chest. Align the leg right over the hip. Okay, and here will be our exchange point. So now I'm going to thread my left leg into the strap, lower my right leg to the ground. Pause before you begin the stretch and let your left leg be dead into your strap. Soften your heel, relax your quad. Inhale through the chest and then exhale. Begin contracting through the biceps. Slowly. Nicely done on the exhale. Pausing at the peak of your stretch. And then as you're ready, lowering the leg 18 to 24 inches out of the stretch, but still elevated. Straps in right hand, internally rotating left big toe toward right shoulder. Allow the heel to go dead, placing your left palm by left hip. And exhale as you slowly begin pulling on the diagonal, left big toe toward right shoulder. Try to release that left glute. It shouldn't be tense or risen up. I used to say keep your hips anchored to the ground, but I feel like anchored was too energetic of a word, like we're forcing our hip to the ground. So let your hips just rest heavily into the ground. Good, then slowly bend that left knee, bring it back right over the hip, taking that right leg and crossing the right ankle over left knee, figure 4, okay? Keep that strap behind your left foot, right elbow into right knee, opening up, resting your torso on your mat. Close your eyes as you remove the tension from your neck and shoulders. And exhale as you slowly contract, drawing your left knee in towards your chest as your right elbow presses your knee, opening up the hip, deepening the stretch. Relax as much as you're able. Good, slowly release the tension. Let's switch feet. So right foot into your strap now. Left ankle over right knee. Left elbow into left thigh. Allow that right knee to bend. Position the straps. Okay, all right. No tension in that right leg. Okay, left lat and left elbow are active. Pressing open the left hip. Biceps and lats, drawing in that right knee to help open. Breathe. Good, and slowly release. allowing both legs to gently make their way down to the ground. And just take a couple of breaths here, letting all that tension, even from your hands, that last series with the strap is a lot of work for the hands. Yeah, I feel like when I'm done, they're curled up. So allow them to press into the ground. And then when you're ready, roll yourself onto your side. Allow that top hand to press your torso off of the ground. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me for stretch today. Have a great week. Bye.